Question number 12. At a hot dog stand, you can buy hot dogs for $1 each and a beverage for 50 cents, which is a great deal. So Mike wants to have at least 3 hot dogs, and he has a total of $5 to spend. So the first thing we got to do here is make an equation. First thing is that Mike wants at least 3 hot dogs. And so we can say that his total number of hot dogs is X. And he wants that to be at least, so greater than or equal to 3. Second thing we know is that he has exactly $5 to spend. And of course the beverages, we'll say the hot dogs are X and our beverages are Y. So he has $1, so 1X plus 1/2 Y. His total spending has to be less than or equal to $5, so it has to be less than or equal to 5. There are 2 equations. X number of hot dogs Mike's eating, he wants at least 3, so we have to have at least 3. And then his total price needs to be less than 5. So there is our system of equations we are now going to work with. Our next step is to graph the solution. So again, I'm actually going to change colors here. I'm going to make, we'll keep this one in green. I'll change this one down here to red. So we'll start with the green one. X is greater than or equal to 3. That means this is going to be obviously a dotted X equals 3. This is an or equal to, that means it's a solid line. So we're going to take our line tool, make it green, and you're going to draw a solid line right through 3. Now, we know that we're going to shade actually to the right-hand side because we know it's going to be X wants to be greater than 3. If you really want to test it, you can put in 0, 0. 0 is not greater than or equal to 3. And so we're going to shade everywhere over here. Wants more than 3 hot dogs. Our next step is going to be now to deal with our second equation, which is our 1x plus 1/2 y is less than or equal to 5. So to graph this one, we'll put in the zeros again. So we'll do a 0 for x. We'll find the y's. So 1 times 0 plus 1/2 y is less than or equal to 5. So 1/2 y is less than or equal to 5, which means you multiply by 2, you get y is less than or equal to 10. So we'll come all the way up here to 10. There's our y term. And then we'll do the same thing for our x coordinate by making y 0. So 1x plus 1/2 of 0 is going to be less than or equal to 5, or x is less than or equal to 5. So come here, place our dot here at the 5. Now, the question is going to be, how do we shade this thing? First of all, it's a solid line because we want less than or equal to 5. So we're going to take the line tool, make it red, and it's going to be a nice little graph right through there. Now let's get shaded. Let's look at the point 0, 0, back at our original equation. If we put in a 0 for x, we have 1 times 0 plus 1/2 times 0 is less than or equal to 5. And 0 is definitely less than or equal to 5. So we get to shade in everything over here. Now the one little weird thing about this graph is the fact that every negative number makes no sense because we're working with buying food, and you cannot buy a negative quantity of food, nor can you pay with negative amounts of money. So really, the only place that makes sense is going to be this little section right here, that little triangle. That will be his only options for both buying more than 3 hot dogs and spending less than or equal to $5.